more for you when it develops here. But at 8:21, it is summertime. A lot of families used to head out on the old highway there, spend some quality time on a road trip.
Are you talking about like heading out on Route 66 and just getting in the old Chevy and gassing it up and just straight ahead? Is that right? Is that right? Joining us in the newsroom is the Los Angeles Times reporter Jessica Gelt, who has found a few old school locations, and gosh, you're making them brand new again, aren't you?
Yeah, I absolutely am. I hope so.
Yeah, so many of them are shutting down and closing down, but a retro road trip is very in right now. Why take one?
Well, you know, right now, so many places are closing down that it's time to sort of get out there and experience things that aren't chains. You know, don't go and eat at McDonald's. Don't go stay in a Motel 6. Go and enjoy yourself at a place that has a little bit of quirkiness to it.
You gotta go to the diners and not only eat there because the food is the best, maybe a little greasy, but you can get the best information about the place that you're in because chances are your waitress is a woman named Wanda and she's been there for 57 years.
Most likely.
What was your favorite meal, your best meal, and where was it?
There was a little place called Milt's Diner in Moab, Utah, which is right outside of
I know Moab.
Do you really?
Well, I grew up in Utah. Moab is that's my stomping ground.
Wonderful. Well, Milt's was opened up in 1954. It's a little burger joint, and they use grass-fed, hormone-free beef, and they make these fabulous burgers, hand-cut fries. We just had such a great meal there, and the staff was wonderful, and it was just one of those gems that you find when you're...
I bet you there were a lot of milkshakes, because in Utah, we do love our ice cream. Speaking of Moab, you're right down there in what I consider to be one of the most beautiful places in the whole wide world, Zion's National Park. What did you see there?
Oh, gosh. I mean, those Navajo sandstone red rock cliffs and the Zion Park Motel, of course, which is, you know, built in the 70s, just this low-slung, charming motel. Absolutely gorgeous, and you can see the backdrop from that picture. It's just stunning, and you can imagine waking up in the morning and seeing those cliffs behind you.
That's my state.
What is a Quail Motel? Is that another spot?
Oh, well, that's in Kanab, Utah, which is called Utah's Little Hollywood, and that's just a really cool, classic 1950s roadside motel. Yeah, they just remodeled it, and it has a lot of vintage charm. A lot of the places haven't been remodeled, and they don't really have that kind of...
Well, of course, it's called that, too, the Hollywood, because there are always filming movies down there. Planet of the Apes film down there, and Johnny Depp, according to my mother, is down there right now filming the new Tonto movie.
Yeah, the Lone Ranger, yeah. I'm very excited about that.
And you can kind of stay in a Hollywood-connected room at Perry's Lodge. Tell us about this room.
Well, this place was built in 1931, and that is actually the lobby of the Perry Lodge, and they filmed hundreds of films in Kanab, which, you know, again, was Utah's Little Hollywood, and John Wayne stayed there. I mean, I think hundreds of stars. They did The Outlaw Josie Wales, they did Stagecoach there, they did Planet of the Apes, all kinds of things, so it's a really interesting
You're making me a little homesick.
You should be. Utah's wonderful.
It is wonderful. This is where I first fell in love with cheeseburgers, french fries, and milkshakes. It's pretty much a staple of our diet in Utah.
Thank you for joining us this morning. Remember, it's in the Times, in the paper, and online. A really neat guide if you're looking to do an old-fashioned road trip.
Just get in the car and drive.
Load up the family.
And you know, if you're driving from California to Utah, you're going to go through Vegas. I'm just saying.
What doesn't go through Vegas?
All roads to Utah go through Vegas.
That's true. Right. It is 8:24 as we get back to our breaking story here in just a few moments. According to TMZ...